Today I'm going to do a 3-year review of the lighting that I have here in the shop. And would I recommend it to others? Stay tuned. All right, you can see the lighting I have here in the shop. All right, and there's one directly above my head, and so there's the. All right, I have had these. These are 8-foot long LED light fixtures, purchased from Amazon. Now I bought. There's 12, 3 strings of 4 that are in the rafters of my shop. Now originally I was going to do 2 8-foot fixtures per rafter, and that turned out it was going to be 18 lights, and I decided not to do that. I decided to run them lengthwise in the shop, and that was a good decision. It's worked really well. All right, now these lights, they're 8-foot long, and they're 5000K daylight specification, and they are linkable. You can link up to 4 in a row, and similar to UC 4-foot lights available some places, and like on Amazon or Harbor Freight. They've got 4-foot LED light strips you can connect together. Well, these have special connectors, and I originally put these up with the physical connector connecting them together. These 8-foot light fixtures come with a variety of connectors to give you plenty of flexibility. For example, if you just want to hook up one, well, let me undo this. All right, this is the connector at the end of the. This connector fits both ends. This connector, the male connector, exists on both ends of an 8-foot light strip. Okay. So this one has the connector here, and then it has an inline switch and a 110 plug right here. So you can actually string 2 or 3 together, or just a single one, and plug it into the wall, and you've got this. You can control it with a switch. All right, that's one option. All right, the other option for connecting the two or more light strips is this connector. It's a little plastic connector. You can see it's got a female socket on both ends, and so with the male on the male connector is on the light fixture, so you can actually connect two connectors together, 2 light strips together, and you have continuity, through the whole strip. And so my lights above our head there were 4 in a line, and they were connected together using these little connectors. All right, the light fixtures are held up with these little clips. Now this clip is spring-loaded, and it clips on the body of the light fixture. Let me show you. I think I've got this is a 4-foot light fixture. This is the business end, the light end. This is the rear. Now, this clip is clipped onto the body of this, the back of this light, and it's got holes there, and you can mount. You can use the holes to mount screws to hold this in place. All right. Now this will slide up and down the body of the light as needed for placement. All right, and that works really well. Of the 12 lights hanging over our head, all of them are connected to the rafters with these little clips. Now these clips, unless you bend them out, are pretty good at holding the light up. Haven't had any issues with it, but it does. It seems like a pretty flimsy way to hold the lights up at first. I was a little leery of it. But in fact, I've got one screw in each of these clips that are on the rafters. And once you get this mounted, and all you have to do is make sure that the light fixture snaps in, and it's there. It is held. I haven't had any issues with that. Believe it or not, it looks like a real chintzy way of holding that up. But in 3 years, I haven't had a failure of the clip. All right, let me show you. I told you there were plenty of options for connecting these lights together. All right, well this one has that connector and a pigtail. You can actually, this pigtail is about 10 inches long, and it lets you wire this into your whatever wiring you're using. So it gives you a little customization to connect this into some other wiring, however you would like to do it. But it does come with this molded connector. All right, and you get a bunch of those. All right. All right, now there's another device that they send with it in the box, and it has the plug, that molded plug on both ends. It's a jumper, and it's got that female connector on each end, and you can use that. And it's about maybe a 12-inch jumper, and it allows you to now if you want to run them end to end, you've got that short plug to connect two 8-foot sections together. If you want some space between them, the lights come with that jumper. It's about 12 inches or so with the plug on each end. That way you can put a gap between the lights if you wish. Now, all right, so anyway, with my son's help, we installed these 3 years ago, and they have generally worked really well. I've had several failures, however. One failure was that connector, that little short connector that connects the two light fixtures together, overheated, and it melted that fixture on one end of the light. And I'll throw a picture up to show you what that looked like. And that cut the rest of that failure cut the rest of the string off, and only had that one 8-foot section that would light. And it also ruined that connector on the next one in the string. It ruined that connector, so I had to replace both lights. And of course now the whole string is on. Now something I did too, and I'll probably continue to do this if it comes up. That overheated connector worried me. Now I haven't seen signs of overheating on any other connector, just that one. And I'm not sure exactly why that happened, but I don't like the fact that it scorched and melted and got that hot. So I replaced those connectors with that jumper. And I'll point the camera up at the lights and you can see that jumper. I'm not real happy with how it looks. I mean, I need to neaten up the wiring, but I was just really trying to get it connected and make sure it was going to work. So let me show you what that looks like. All right, so the jumpers suffice, and I'm hoping that they will not have the problem of overheating. I haven't seen that on any other. In the 3 years, I have no other problem with that. All right, well, they're available on Amazon. I'll have the link posted below. They use less electricity than fluorescent. They're much easier to handle than fluorescent fixtures. They're easy to install. All right, guys, well, thanks for watching this review. And if you have any questions, let me know. I'd like to hear also how you light your shop. You using fluorescents, LED? What kind of light fixtures do you prefer? All right, take care, guys. We'll see you next time from here within the Shade Tree Garage. Take care.